Hey everyone, Shabby here, and welcome back to our next episode of SWE Rising. SWE Rising. This is another amazing one here. We're going to have our first Intercontinental Championship defense as Hiroshi Tanahashi defends against Kota Ibushi. And also Elgin versus Omega, but first... we have Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. Of course, your current junior heavyweight champion, Ricochet. This is his first match since winning the belt. And a very good opportunity here for Will Ospreay. We know, of course, we saw, was it the last episode? No, episode before, Samoa Joe defeated Katsuyori Shibata, the current openweight champion, which is more than likely going to get him a championship match in the next coming few weeks. And now it's Will Ospreay's opportunity to get that same sort of ability. I've been looking forward to this match for a while now. I've been trying to just fit it in, and with some of the other matches we've had at the time, it just never really fit, and now fine. I think this episode's actually going to be one of the top ones we've had in quite some time. Let's say Ospreay versus Ricochet to start things off. Michael Elgin versus Kenny Omega later on. And then our main event, of course, Hiroshi Tanahashi defending the Intercontinental Champion against the #1 contender, of course, Mr. Kota Ibushi, who won that right a few weeks back in a triple threat match against Nakamura and Tetsuya Naito. Good times. I'm quite enjoying this universe mode, actually, and I think it is definitely working. I know we shortened the videos down, didn't we, a bit, which was I think a good thing to do, and it obviously has worked out that way, because looking at the percentage viewed of videos now, it's a much higher percentage of what it was. I know the videos are shorter, obviously it's going to be the way, but I feel like it's a much more easier watch, a bit more manageable. It's a lot more manageable for me to get them recorded and uploaded as well, which is great, which means we're sticking to our schedule a lot more as well, and we're getting more stuff done, which is great, I think. Yeah, it's really shot up a lot, actually. I mean, it used to be around about, like, it was terrible, like 5-10%, that's what it was, and now majority of these videos are up at like 27%, so it's a much higher retention rate, which I think is really good. As the bell goes, we are underway. Ricochet's first match since winning the Junior Heavyweight Championship in that dodgy ladder match, let's face it. Ladder matches are never fantastic on this game, to be honest with you. They're always a little bit ropey. And that one was the same. It took me a few attempts to record, to be honest. And even the final attempt that wasn't a glitch or anything like that wasn't fantastic. But also, Ricochet had also won a Fatal 4-Way as well. Of course, the Fatal 4-Way won as early on against Kushida, Ultimo Dragon, and Jushin Liger. Of course, this is one of the best matches a couple of years ago. That's the Super Junior tournament, I believe, and it was a cracking match. Some people didn't get on with it too much. They said it was more just a spot fest, but I still liked it. Ricochet now uppercut to Ospreay. Nice boot to the gut, springs off into... Oh, went for the... Oh, nice. That's a nice little reversal. I've not seen that before. This was going for a Famehouser and got his leg caught. As Ospreay now flips into that sunset flip bomb. Holds it for the pin, for the 1, the 2. Not quite enough yet then. Ospreay taking Ricochet down, and there's a spinning kick right to the side of the head. Again, like I say, if Ospreay does pick up a victory here, he's going to be in a great position. But Ricochet is now getting some control. Ricochet bringing Ospreay away from the corner, then springs onto the top rope. Into that right hand, springs off into a drop kick as well. Oh, and a running foot stomp. Pinned by Ricochet, only enough for a 2. Nice drop kick there as well. Ricochet taking some control in this match now. Commentator's curse there. Ricochet just kicking Ospreay away. Ospreay slowly getting back up to his feet, but Ricochet's there to catch him. Oh, I love this maneuver. The handspring into the takedown. It's in fairness, it's one of those ones which is more style over substance, but still, you gotta love it, ain't you? Ricochet now. Nice, a reverse Bloody Sunday. Or 1916, or whatever they call it these days. Ricochet now. Ospreay up at his shoulders, catches him that boot right in the side of the head. That could be enough. 1, 2. No, Ospreay kicks out. Ricochet now then heads up to the middle rope. Phoenix Splash. But Ospreay straight back up, catching him with that boot to the side of the head. And Ospreay bringing Ricochet back up to his feet. Rolls him through. And there's that big kick once again. Right to the side of the head. Oh, nice takedown by Ricochet. And there's some great reversals. I've not seen some of these reversals before in this game. I need a 2 count. And there's a reverse Bloody Sunday again. Slightly different time, this one. I haven't seen Ricochet go for any of these big maneuvers yet, though, you think? Normally you see him try and go for the old, was it the old didgeridoo? He does the suplex. No, it's the Northern Light, isn't it? The Northern Light then rolls through into the suplex. Ricochet then taking Ospreay down. Oh, nice pin there by Ricochet from the crunchy. Still not enough, though. Ricochet's... Oh, Ospreay's been busted open here. Gets around the back of Ricochet. This has been a great match so far, and I'd love to see this again at some point for the championship. And like I said, if Ospreay can win this one, then maybe that might be a match. Maybe that might be a match we see. Pin by Ospreay. Again, it's enough for a 2 count. Nice running thingamajig. It's like a flipping crossbody that was. Nice takedown there once again by Ricochet. Ricochet brings Ospreay back up to a single knee before looking to... Oh, it takes him down. Just so fast this match. I'm struggling to keep up with it, to be honest with you. Ricochet slowly back up to his feet. Ospreay stalking, but also at the same time deciding not to do anything, which is always a good way to go. Come on, Ospreay, do something. Every now and again the game does this. It decides that it just can't decide what to do. So hopefully Ricochet is going to recover in a second. Because that should trigger Ospreay to start doing stuff again. There we go. And it's a bugger up there for Ospreay because now he's being caught by the finisher slash signature maneuver. That Northern Light into the deadlift vertical suplex. But instead of going for a pin, or potentially the 630 senton. 630? It is 630, isn't it? 360, 450, 540, 630, yeah. 630 senton, there it is, you hit it now. Okay, I take it all back. Ricochet with a pin. 1, 2, no, it's not enough. Wow. It goes on and on and on and on. Yep. Springboard frog splash to the back there by Ricochet on Ospreay. I can't believe Ospreay's still going, to be honest with you. It's been busted open, hit by some of the biggest maneuvers that Ricochet has to offer. Oh, now 619 around the outside of the post. Beautiful. Ricochet really going outside his arsenal now, throwing some real curveballs at Ospreay. You can't prepare for maneuvers that your opponent doesn't normally use, I suppose. But again, it's still only enough for a 2 count. Ricochet dropping a knee on the inside of the arm of Will Ospreay. It's going to cause a lot of pain, that one. I've got a feeling this is going to be a longer episode just because some of the fantastic matches we have for you. No squash matches in this universe mode. Everything is literally top class. Ricochet up on the middle rope. Ospreay back up on his feet, but Ricochet catches him with that tornado DDT. And then a nice little backflip there, you know, it's just to show off. Heading up top once again. Does he have another 630 in him? There's a lot of distance here between himself and Ospreay though, but he is going to go for it. No, he's going to go for the shooting star press this time. Made famous, of course, by Brock Lesnar. It wasn't. It was made famous by Billy Kidman, I think, but I think Brock Lesnar gave it a lot more fame when he completely almost killed himself at WrestleMania that time. Although if you ever see the one from Brock Lesnar that was on Heat years ago, now that was a shooting star press. That was incredible, that was. Nice boot there right on the side of the head by Ricochet on Ospreay. Is it going to be enough this time? Drops into the pin. Ospreay does look out. He's bleeding. He's taken some big maneuvers. And it is finally enough for the Junior Heavyweight Champion Ricochet to pull up the victory. There we go. Ricochet is victorious. Ospreay offering a handshake, which is obviously great respect being shown by these two. Who's going to be able to try and take this championship away from Ricochet? So far, he's won every match that's been put in his way. Maybe he should be looking a bit higher up the card, maybe. Who knows? Maybe in tomorrow's episode, he might get a chance at that opportunity. And here is our second evening. Kenny Omega takes on Michael Elgin. I believe this was a match for... This was a match they had for the United States Championship, I believe. I think it was, anyway. It was that ladder match, wasn't it? It was a really good match, I believe. I don't know, I'm making up. I'm sure it was, yeah. I know we get a chance to see it here again in SWE Rising. Both these guys need something to spark them forward, I think. Yeah, they need something, I think, because it's just not... They've not had the best of times so far. They've had opportunities, but not really taken them. And this is a chance of one of them to pick up a victory and start to move in the correct direction, really. Especially when you've got matches like this one coming up in the main event for the Intercontinental Championship. That's what these two guys want to be involved in. As well as, of course, the Rising Championship. And again, like I said, special episode coming up for you tomorrow. Which is going to be an interesting one. And we really are going to give some opportunities to some, well, basically everyone. The opportunities there tomorrow to be taken. And one person is going to get that advantage. And I'm sure you all know what it is by now because you've all guessed, but there you go. If not, then you have to wait till tomorrow. But it's going to be worth it. It's going to be a good one. I've been looking forward to doing this next one for a long time. And I didn't want to do it too many times, but I always like to try and squeeze one in here and there when I can. But I'm looking forward to this bad boy, actually. I bet this is going to be fun. Different styles in this one as well. We don't normally go for that sort of thing. We like to... Well, I generally like to kind of try and keep a lot of styles together. But I feel like this one, it's different styles, but I still feel like it's going to mesh quite well. And just, of course, as we mentioned before the season started, we were looking at other sort of seasons we could do. And one of them was SWE Stampede. And that is an interesting concept still. And it's a weird one to sort of think of. But when you look at it, there are some fantastic people that could be involved in that roster, including both of these guys. Omega misses the elbow drop on Elgin, who was playing possum there. Remember, still one more match after this one for you. Which, of course, is that championship match, Tanahashi versus Kota Ibushi. Ibushi defeating both Nakamura and Naito to get there. And, of course, Tanahashi winning that belt from Chris Jericho at the very beginning. Elgin now taking control. He does have the strength advantage in this match. That's the main thing about Elgin, is he's got a fantastic strength advantage, but he's not unagile at the same time. He's actually got a bit of agility. So don't get me wrong, he's not the same sort of level as Brian Cage and sort of Keith Lee and Jeff Cobb and that can do standing moonsaults and so forth, but still very effective. But Elgin is in full control of Omega here, and Omega's really struggling. I like Elgin. He's one of those sort of ones. I don't know. Well, he's got a bit of trouble recently, which I think would mean that he's never going to quite get a WWE run. I believe there was something to do with... Wow, look at that belly to that German suplex, I say, sorry. Yeah, he had a bit of an issue with... It wasn't him. I will stress this from the very beginning, but there was something going on backstage at a show that he was running. This could be a count-out victory here for Elgin. I think it's going to be a count-out victory. Oh, don't do this. No. Omega's back up on the knee. Come on, Omega. Come on, do it. Omega, get back in the ring. Oh, there we go. Just in time. Yeah, so it went on backstage at a show that he was running. It was sexual harassment, I believe, was the claim that a female made. And Elgin did try and, well, try to deal with it. He got involved, but he sort of tried to hide the fact that it happened, which, don't get me wrong, I think most people would do, but at the same time, by doing that, he didn't actually rectify the problem, which obviously caused a bit of a stir. But when you get stuck in situations like that, that could really affect any possible WWE deal, and I don't think he's ever going to be looked at now. In fairness, I think he's, mid-30s now, late 30s, so he's... I don't want to say he's too old for WWE, because he probably will be able to step in quite quick and easy, to be honest, but I feel like if it's not been looked at yet, I don't think it's going to be looked at moving forward. I don't know, much me being harsh, I don't know. Kenny Omega's one of those interesting ones. I think if they can offer Kenny what Kenny wants, then I believe he would go WWE, but I'm not sure they can offer Kenny what he wants. Kenny is a man who's obsessed with Japanese culture, loves Japan, loves his current position in New Japan. If he's got enough money, why would he consider moving? Oh, ripcord knee right in the face by Kenny on Michael Elgin. There's the pin. Will it be enough? 1, 2. Only a 2 count. And of course, like I said, a lot of momentum being built here for the winner for this potential opportunity tomorrow. Elgin slowly back up to his feet. Elgin gets taken up on the shoulders by Omega. Hooks him in. One winged angel for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Kenny Omega does get the victory over Michael Elgin. Great win for him. That's going to build his momentum and get him back in a position to maybe build himself up. Handshake being offered. Great respect being shown once again. And here it is in the main event of the evening. Kota Ibushi gets a chance to fight for the Intercontinental I don't know, I keep ending up with these dodgy accents by mistake. To fight for the Intercontinental Championship against Hiroshi Tanahashi. Over to JoJo. The following match is scheduled for 1 fall and is for the Rising Intercontinental Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from somewhere in Japan, weighing something, probably between 100 and 200 pounds. That's a massive gap, isn't it? Between 150 and 200 pounds. Let's say about 180 pounds. I don't know, I'm making this crap up as I go along. Of course, Kota Ibushi won this opportunity, as I said, by defeating Shinsuke Nakamura and Tetsuya Naito in a triple threat a couple of, 3 episodes back. And of course, Tanahashi won the Intercontinental Championship while beating Chris Jericho in our second, episode 3, but our second actual proper episode. And Kota Ibushi, you can see he looks a little bit nervous actually, the way he's acting and stepping around the ring. They're wrong, nerves are not always a terrible thing. If they're harnessed correctly, nerves can be very, very useful. Ibushi knows this is his big opportunity. He's normally involved in the junior heavyweight division in a universe mode. This is his chance to showcase himself right at the top end of the card. And again, I would imagine seeing both of these guys tomorrow in our special episode. As here comes the Intercontinental Champion, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Will he be the Intercontinental Champion at the end of tonight's episode? That is the big question. We've already seen CM Punk defend his United States Championship a couple of episodes back. That was the first actual championship defense. This is the second. And we've got some other big matches coming up for you for the next few weeks. We do have Shibata versus Samoa Joe scheduled in for next Tuesday. And then CM Punk defending his United States Championship against Adam Cole next. Shibata versus Joe on Tuesday. Adam Cole versus CM Punk on Thursday. And then the Rising Championship will be being defended next Saturday. So a lot of action going on. The next Sunday, we do have a special episode for you from our first and only channel sponsor. Good old H&M or H&M. I'm not quite sure. I hope it is H&M because I've been saying that for ages, but if it's not, then yeah. In fairness, I am ahead on this video. I have asked you in the comments section already, so I will hopefully know by now. Well, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'll know by the time you're watching this video, but I obviously don't know now. I quite like this Intercontinental belt, actually. I don't know why. I quite like it. I normally don't like majority of my champions. I don't like anything I make myself, to be honest with you. So your Intercontinental Champion Hiroshi Tanahashi looks to make his defense. Tanahashi hands over the belt. Will it be the last time he sees it? The referee holds it up high, ready for the bell to ring. A shake of hands between the two. Again, great respect being shown in all the episodes here this evening. The two guys locking up early on. Tanahashi taking the control in these first few moments. Referee has to split the two up as they get stuck on the ropes, which brings an applause from the crowd. And the chain wrestling once again. Tanahashi coming out on top, taking Ibushi over in the hip toss. Tanahashi now bringing Ibushi back up to his feet, and there's the dragon screw as well. And slamming the side of the leg and the knee into the mat of Ibushi. And a very respectful start being shown to this match. Tanahashi taking Ibushi down. Ibushi went for the strike on Tanahashi. There we go. Here comes the stiff strikes. I knew the chain wrestling wouldn't last for too long. Ibushi taking Tanahashi down now. They're taking some control back. There goes Tanahashi off the ropes. Getting caught with a drop kick by the Golden Star himself. Kota Ibushi now boot across the chest. I remember thinking that Ibushi was definitely going to join WWE. I don't know whether it was a way to get more money out of WWE or a way to get more money out of New Japan, or just wasn't going to be happy with his position in WWE or what. But he was showcased in the crowd, wasn't he, at one point? And we all assumed that he would be joining at the same time as Bobby Roode, maybe, I think? Can't remember now. But obviously now he's back in New Japan. I believe that I remember reading somewhere he didn't want to sign a full-time contract anywhere. Of course, he's working New Japan now. Whether that's a full schedule or not, I'm sure. I'm not sure even. Kota Ibushi getting back up to his feet, maybe noticing the opportunity for the frog splash there by Tanahashi, and Ibushi trying to avoid. Now, Ibushi just about, I think he still got caught a bit there by Tanahashi, but not as much as Tanahashi was hoping, and both guys back up to their feet, but Ibushi's still just draped over that top turnbuckle, and Tanahashi taking advantage, hoist him up to the top. Super backdrop by Tanahashi on Kota Ibushi. That's a big, big drop that is for Ibushi. He drops right in your spine. That can just completely knock the air out of you for a start. And then the damage it can also do to your spine and neck if landed wrong is even worse. Tanahashi brings Ibushi up into the 1916. Reverse Bloody Sunday once again. That move's been utilised quite a lot in this episode so far. Ibushi, though, taking Tanahashi down. Wow, what a left hand that was. And I went for the kick, but Tanahashi saw it coming. Ibushi slides out the back. Can Kota Ibushi be the first person to win a championship away from somebody else in this universe mode? Of course, every belt so far that has been given out was from vacant. Nobody has yet to lose a championship. Will Tanahashi be the first on his first championship defense? Ibushi's up top. We know he likes to go for it. He does go for the Phoenix Splash. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. Wow, he's got it. I wouldn't expect him to win it that easy, to be honest. I really thought he was going to have to do a bit more than that, but it was that Phoenix Splash, which Ibushi is well known for anyway, was enough to finish off Hiroshi Tanahashi And we have a brand new Intercontinental Champion, ladies and gentlemen. Hiroshi Tanahashi's championship lasted all of 8 episodes. His first defense after winning the belt away from Chris Jericho is unsuccessful. And here it is, the Phoenix Splash from the top rope was enough for Tanahashi to get the free count. Tanahashi? For Ibushi to get the free count over Tanahashi. Wow. Well, there we go. Brand new Intercontinental Champion, Kota Ibushi. Well. Well. I am really looking forward to seeing now who's going to step up and try and get themselves in this championship picture. But Kota Ibushi, brand new Intercontinental Champion. Well, guys, that's enough. Well, it's not enough. That's all we have planned for you today in this episode. Of course, don't forget tomorrow we have that special video coming for you. And I've always said, right, that I don't want to copy or steal other people's concepts, so I never do. So everything I do is completely unique. Tomorrow is Oriental Warfare. Yep. In Oriental Warfare, we are going to have essentially a 30-man rumble. The winner will get an opportunity to face off against Daniel Bryan for the Rising Championship next Saturday. So keep an eye out for that. Right, guys, if you have enjoyed this one, please do hit a like and, of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Chevy Gamer. Thank you much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon for our next episode of SWE Rising. Bye.